a team and close out a series. He is unbeatable, went up 3-1. He had 30 points, 10 of 14, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He played 43 minutes. And here's what's interesting, guys. His first 30-point playoff game this postseason. The Lakers are undefeated at home in the postseason. If you want to go back to the regular season plan, it's 9 straight games. The crowd has been fantastic, and LeBron fed off that in big game. He attacked at the right time, and in that third, fourth quarter, it was LeBron time.
Yeah, I think from the very start, he did this right here. He went at Wiggins in the first quarter just to test and see if he was going to be able to defend him, and he could not. And then from there, it was just an attack mode, inside and out. Defensively active. Yeah, LeBron, he's been there before, Geeter. He knows this was the game they had to have, and he came out with a leadership role from the very beginning.
Yeah, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, too, Fish, which is also big.
Yeah, and I feel like he missed those 3 free throws in a row. Yeah. Other than that, he really shot the ball well from the free throw line. And, we talked about him not having a 30-point playoff game, I think a few games ago, and he hadn't been shooting the 3 well. And I thought over the last couple of games, he got a few 3s to go down. Mm-hmm. And that's a good sign as they continue to advance. His ability to knock down, not a lot of 3s, but just enough to keep the defense honest, that then gives him the ability to get that shoulder and get that half a step and continue to get 2 feet into the paint the way he does as well as anybody in the world still.
And really, big game going into this series, a big storyline was LeBron against the Warriors, more so than even the Lakers, right? Because LeBron James, all those epic battles when he was in Cleveland, the coming back from 3-1, the losses as well, so many times taking on Steph and Draymond and Clay. You saw the love that they have for each other all right there. And I think we thought we would see this a lot when he came to L.A., and it just didn't come to fruition. Injuries to both teams at different times, but it was nice for LeBron to get another one against those guys.
Not since, I believe, 1991.
Yeah, when you were playing
at the
against
Lakers.
Run TMC.
I was on that team before we went on. But, those are epic stories and historic memories when you have those type of players play against each other. It's no different than Bird, Larry, Michael Jordan against the Pistons and those great rivalries, Miami, New York. People will always identify LeBron with who he matched up against. Steph Curry's going to be one of those. So, yeah, it was, maybe the last time, obviously, I think, to see. I don't know about LeBron and Steph. We might see them again, but I think as far as the Warriors and the Lakers,
never know.
You never know what might happen.
Got to kind of enjoy the moment, Fish. And as we look ahead now, the Lakers turn their attention because the job is not finished. Now you're going to the Western Conference Finals, and you're playing the team that's been the best team in the Western Conference, one of the top 3 teams in the league from start to finish, and they have been absolutely rolling in these playoffs. Here are the most conference finals appearances since 1971. The Los Angeles Lakers have 24, the Boston Celtics 21, the Spurs 14, the Bulls 11, and the Detroit Pistons 11. So the Lakers, once again, headed to the Western Conference Finals. AD or Reeves, where do you guys want to take it? Kind of like trying to...
I think, Anthony Davis.
Let's go with AD.
Yeah.
20 rebounds.
Yeah. Yeah, no, AD... a lot of question marks around AD being able to stay healthy.
Yeah.
A lot of, which was interesting, comedy around how he exited Game 5.
Most overrated story out there.
So for him to come back tonight, and I think that it's the byproduct of being teammates with LeBron James. Mm-hmm. And watching how LeBron is still able to impact games without scoring 30 points. And I think AD, which is why he necessarily doesn't overreact when people question the up and down games from a point standpoint in terms of whether AD scores 30 points. His ability to have a 15, 16 points, 20 rebounds, 2 blocks, probably change 12 shots.
Steals.
Make guys think about it 10 times to not even try to shoot it. Like, he's recognizing how to impact winning, which is more important than how many points you score. And so his fingerprints were all over this game tonight, even though LeBron and Austin Reeves scored more points than him. Ultimately, it's about winning and advancing, and AD was just as vital to that as anybody.
The true definition of an anchor. And the other night, Rob, James, and I were having a conversation about AD and how many times he's judged on those stats offensively. But when you look at his body of work in these playoffs, there is no one that has done what he has been able to do defensively and on most nights offensively. And Big Game, I think what gets lost in all this is the amount of time spent by Steve Kerr and the staff and the Warriors on game planning both ends of the floor for Anthony Davis. That was the whole chess match. How to get him away from the basket, how to get him out of his offensive rhythm. I mean, all of their time is spent on that.
For a team that plays the way Golden State does, they shoot a lot of threes, but they spread you out and they get a lot of backdoor and layups. They were definitely disrupted by, Anthony Davis' presence. So they tried to do different things to bring him out, pick and roll, get him on the perimeter. That's how critical he is. I mean, if you'd have told me that throughout the injuries, being out, that he could be this focused. This is the most focused I've ever seen AD over a long period of time. To put his talent with that mind and to have that much control of a game defensively, where you disallow certain shots. Some teams don't even put shots up. I thought his rebounding tonight was really amazing in traffic, pulling down big boards, and AD's he's emerged as even a better player, and now starting to be, as Fish said, been around LeBron, learning how to lead.
Joined by Big Game, James Worthy, Derek Fisher. Allie will join us in a little bit. Brez is down there with Mike Trudell. The Lakers start the season 2-10, 11 games left. They're in 11th place. They are now headed to the Western Conference Finals. They defeat the defending champs in 6 games. Big Game.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they needed to do, having a 6-game at home. I thought that the defense from the beginning was obvious. The way they were, on particularly Curry and Klay Thompson. I think they held them to something like 6 or 23 or something like that in the first quarter. And collectively they did what they were supposed to do. They played good defense, anchored by AD. Didn't have the ton of offensive points. But his rebounding and his tenacious presence in the paint defensively, and how he was able to really project the direction they were going defensively, and then it just, they just were able to sustain it throughout the second quarter. You knew that Golden State was going to make little mini runs, but the Lakers were able to stop it and get back on track. So it was a well-played game.
Big Game. Going to the Western Conference Finals. Okay, good. I bet at halftime, so I needed you to get that in there.
Let me go back to one of the original. That's right. Send them in, baby. We're going to the
Be more our producer, Brian Bergen, our director. They were not going to let this show go on without. I mean,
I was gonna throw it in there, man. I'm trying to get my eyes on a bigger prize, but I throw one in there.
Of course you do. Starters, 92 points, Fish. 13 of 26 from 3. Only 6 turnovers. And defense wins the day. The Lakers just fantastic in all those areas.
Yeah, I mean, this group deserves a lot of credit because, like all of the conversation will be around, the 2-10 start and all of the things prior to this team even playing a game together. This version of this Lakers team, they've been the best team in the NBA since the trade deadline.
By record.
By record.
Yeah.
So they're not surprised by this. They're playing basketball the way they believe they're capable of playing. Made the same amount of threes as the Warriors tonight, the same amount of field goals and less attempts, right? So offense really wasn't the issue, which those were a lot of the question marks going throughout the season. But their ability to get to the free throw line tonight that really is where they allowed their defense to get set. And you play against, they have the best defense in the league throughout the NBA playoffs. And if they can get to the free throw line in this way and get their defense set that many times, it's going to be hard to score against them. And that's going to be the formula against the Nuggets.
And now they get the Denver Nuggets.
7 turnovers the entire game.
It's pretty special.
Took care of the ball.
Lonnie Walker IV was fantastic in Game 3, was the hero in Game 4, stepped up big time in Game 6. Let's go back downtown. Lonnie Walker IV is with Mike Trudell.
All right, Lonnie Walker IV. How does the Western Conference Finals sound, just considering everything that this team has gone through this season?
Man, it sounds amazing. I think after the trades and the players that we've gotten, it just took us to a whole nother level. The chemistry and the love that we all got within one another, it's great. You know, it's great to know we started off 2-10 and everyone was talking all of that talk, but you know, we still made it, and we got a lot more to go. We got a lot more to give, and this is just the first step to what we're trying to accomplish.
You and several of the other guys on the team had big contributions tonight, but just how about LeBron and AD? What have they done for you guys, setting the tone, and how do they make the difference tonight?
Man, if AD's stepping up, LeBron's stepping up, I mean, we in good hands. Once they come out and show out, man, we're just the rolling cast. We don't role players, and we're going to do what we got to do. As long as we're aggressive, making the right plays, playing team ball, man, I don't think anyone can stop us.
You know, we called the last game in this building the Lonnie Walker, the 4th game. Right, tonight, real team effort defensively, but you still came in and kind of did your thing in the 3rd quarter stretch after Dennis gets ejected. What kind of spirit do you guys have as a collective right now?
Hey, man, one brother after another. We got to have each other's back at the end of the day. You know, rely and trust on one another. It's not a one-man team. This is a 5-man plus Mo. So, you know, I'm understanding that Dennis, if he got another foul or got another take, I just had to be ready to play and, you know, play to his physicality and how he was playing. So, man, I'm just blessed to be in this opportunity. First real playoff run. God is good, man. Let's keep on going.
Yeah, along those lines, Lonnie, what's it feel like for you to feel the energy from this building, for you specifically, right after the way that you played these last couple?
Man, it's amazing. I mean, to sit out for about 2 months, you know, being discouraged here and there, having self-doubt, going home, not in the best of moods, but to stick with it, lock in, and, you know, to be rewarded and playing one of the biggest moments of my life, man, I'm just happy to be given that opportunity, and I can't thank no one but God. You know, every single night I'm talking to him, talking to my family, talking to my grandma. We praying every night, and look what he's done for me.
All right, go enjoy it with your teammates.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So many things to talk about. So many guys stepped up, but I think you got to start with LeBron James. He had that look in his eye, Big Game James, where you know he just smells that it's that moment